friends, welcome back to Cooking with Gloria. Today I want to share with you a very delicious and amazing filling for your homemade tamales. Chicken and chorizo filling. I know you guys are going to love it. But first things first, my apron is on, my hands are clean, and I am ready to show you my ingredients. I have tomatoes, garlic cloves, bay leaves, salt, red onion, chicken breast, chorizo. This is everything we need to make this delicious and amazing filling for those homemade tamales. So let's get started. I want to start first with the pieces of chicken. I have 3 chicken breasts. And I have already a pan with boiling water. I'm going to add the 3 chicken breasts in here. And I'm going to cook them in medium-low heat. I'm adding my bay leaves. I'm going to add some salt. And I'm going to add my garlic cloves. Remember that the salt is to taste. So here, what I'm going to do, I'm going to add the garlic cloves. I'm going to let it start cooking, boiling for just a little bit. You could even see the garlic way on the bottom. It started already boiling. I'm going to leave it here for at least 10 minutes. And then I'm going to come back to it because I want to remove the little white foam that creates on the top of the chicken broth. Look at this. This is what you need to remove. I like to remove it so the chicken broth is really clear and you don't see these little pieces on the top. So that's why I like to remove all the white little foam that it creates. As you could see, it had very little. I'm going to cover it, but I'm going to leave it a little bit open, and I'm going to cook it for about 30 to 40 minutes in medium-low heat. I have my onion here, which I'm going to dice and then cube. You want to make sure that you don't cut your onion very small. You want to see those large pieces in there, in the filling. So here I have the onion already nice and chopped. I'm going to transfer it to this plate. And now I am ready to start slicing my tomatoes. And I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to go ahead and cube my tomatoes so that they are almost the same size of the onion. I have 4 tomatoes in total. The reason that I'm adding 4 tomatoes, it's so that there is enough juice in this filling. Look at this. Let me continue and cube my 4 tomatoes. I like it when you cube the tomatoes and you see those big chunks of tomato and onion in this filling. It just comes out amazing every time. And I know that you guys are going to love it. And here I have this already done. Now I'm going to continue by slicing my garlic cloves. I'm going to dice them really small so that they release all the delicious flavor into the rest of the ingredients. I'm going to transfer them to this little plate, and I want to have everything ready. So when I start cooking all this, you could really see those little pieces of the onion and the tomato. Let me put it aside and let me start cooking the chorizo. I'm going to start pulling it apart. Once you start pulling it apart, it's going to start releasing the oil. It's going to start releasing the juice of the chorizo. That's why do not add any oil. Just cook it in medium-low heat. As you could see, I have all the ingredients here ready. I have the salt here, but I'm only going to use the salt if it's needed. If it's not needed, I'm not going to use any salt. I'm going to add first my garlic clove, and I'm going to go ahead and just mix it around. I'm adding my tomato. and I'm going to incorporate it, and then I'm going to add the onion. Taste this before you add your salt, because most of the time the chorizo, it's a little bit salty, and you don't want to add salt, and then the filling is going to be very salty. So if it's needed, add the salt. Every place makes a chorizo totally different. Sometimes you need to add some salt, and sometimes you don't. For this occasion, I don't need to add any salt at all. And I'm just gonna cook it for just 3 to 4 minutes. I just want the tomato to start getting nice and soft, but yet not overcooked, because I still want those little pieces of the tomato. Okay, I'm gonna continue with my chicken breasts. They've been cooking for about 40 minutes. They are nice and tender. And of course, the chicken broth I'm going to reserve for another dish. I'm not going to throw it away, because all those delicious flavors are there in the chicken broth. And here, when it's nice and hot, it's time to pull it apart and shred the chicken. Look at this. Nice and shredded. And now, to all this mixture, I'm going to add the shredded chicken. I'm just going to put it in here. I'm going to mix it around, making sure that all the shredded chicken is covered with the chorizo and the rest of the ingredients. This filling really comes out delicious and amazing. I am sure that once you make your tamales with this filling, you are going to love the tamales, and you're going to say, what I was missing. Of course, cooking with Gloria, you're going to learn how to make delicious fillings for your delicious homemade tamales. Okay, this is completely done, and as you could see the little pieces of the onion and the tomato, and of course the shredded chicken. This filling is ready for your homemade tamales. So I'll see you in a bit. I am completely done with this delicious chicken and chorizo. You know something? This filling is so delicious. You could just eat it in tacos, but it's perfect for those tamales made at home. I hope, my friends, you give it a try. You could see the little pieces of the tomato, the onion, and that garlic gave it such an amazing flavor to the chorizo. I hope you give it a try and you make these delicious tamales at home. Of course, you already have many videos on how to prepare masa for tamales on my channel. I hope you give it a try. The holidays are here, and let's impress our families with this delicious filling for your homemade tamales. If you liked and loved my recipe, I invite you to subscribe, leave me a thumbs up, share this video on social media with your friends, with your relatives, so Cooking with Gloria keeps growing. Don't forget to push that notification bell, and if you did, leave it activated so every time I make a delicious recipe like I did today, yes, you're going to be notified. Before I say I see you soon, I wish you nothing but the best. Peace and love. I love you guys. Take care. Stay safe. See you soon. Like, subscribe, and share. Bye-bye.